Hello, story lovers. I'm Laurel McHargue, host of Alligator Preserves. And guess what? It's time for another catch up. It's been a few months since I've spoken with you, and I just wanted to let you know that it's not like I'm just being lazy and doing nothing. It's been quite a busy summer, and I've accomplished quite a bit, although not so much in the podcasting and writing world, but that's okay. I think we need to remember that when we were little wee tots, we used to get summer vacation. And summer vacation was a time for wondrous exploration and for doing nothing sometimes, and for occasionally even getting bored, but mostly for playing and for recharging after a full year of school and other requirements. And so I decided, a few years ago actually, that in the summertime, I wasn't going to put as many demands on myself to produce as I do during the regular school year, even though I'm not going to school anymore. I'm still learning pretty much every day. And I'll get to that too. But it's already July 19th. And although we still have a lot of summer left, I'm looking forward to fall and to getting back to more of a work schedule, but I'm still going to enjoy summer. So I hope that if you can do it, you can enjoy some summer time activities too, and just, I don't know, have fun. I've spent a lot of time in our garden. My husband, Mike, has created quite an environment with 7 raised beds and all gravel in between. And we've got an irrigation system in there. And my vegetables are actually growing. We've had tremendous amount of rain here in Salida, Colorado these past few weeks, which is kind of unusual. And my vegetables, I think, are doing almost as well as the weeds. So I've spent quite a bit of time weeding and covering the area around there with straw that I've removed from our duck coop. So the duck coop, oh my goodness, a never ending project, we'll put it that way. This past winter, I mentioned in my last episode, which I videoed, that we weren't too smart with where we placed our duck coop, and we had all kinds of ice build up because of the location. Well, my husband has recently trenched out about a 35-foot swath of area, which it goes in front of the duck coop, which hopefully will alleviate the ice problem this coming up winter. We'll see. However, it made for quite an interesting time for the ducks, which, if you're following my COVID Duck Chronicles, you know that ducks don't like change. They don't like change at all. And certain things like huge 4-inch long black corrugated tubing set out in front of their coop scares the living daylights out of them. So they've had a little bit of a stressful time. But once the trench was dug with all the rains that we had, filling it with muddy water and all kinds of neat bugs, they eventually got over their fear and just hopped right in. And now I think they're disappointed that it's all filled in and there's no longer a muddy trench area to play in. Anyway, we did have one sad bit of news with the ducks, and it's not about the one who broke her wing. She's doing fine, and we're getting 4 eggs a day from the 4 ducks we have now. We lost one about a month ago, shortly after they turned 1 year old. It was, let's see, how do I put this? It was sad. And again, it's not like losing a dog, or certainly not a person, and I was there when she died. And I think the bottom line was she was egg bound. And that's a thing which I didn't know about, but I was there in the coop with her, thinking that she was just late to lay her morning egg when I went out in the morning in my pink bathrobe. And I thought, oh, yay, I'm going to get to actually video the laying of an egg, which I've never seen them do it before. I know they do it because every morning I go out and there are eggs, and it's lovely and wonderful. But I opened the door one morning, 4 of them came running out. One of them was still in the little duck house inside there where they lay. And I waited and waited and waited. And she looked at me and I looked at her. And then at one point she fluttered her wings and moved, and I thought, oh, this is it. And I opened the lid to get a good video of it, and she just looked at me and she was gone, like that fast. It took me a while to register that that is what had happened. No indication of any damage to her. I checked her all out, and I called the vet, and they said it could be botulism or heart attack is what I was told. And of course it wasn't botulism, otherwise they'd all be dead. But I guess it was a heart attack. And maybe we always had one really slow one, and that might have been her. Maybe she just had a genetic issue. But anyway, it took me a while to get used to having just 4 ducks rather than 5, but they're all doing okay, and I've moved on. So yeah, it's been a busy summer. I'm reading a lot. I'm walking a lot. I'm thinking a lot about the books that I'm still working on. I got my iPad, so I'm starting to do some sketching because I want to be able to illustrate my own duck book series when I get to doing a children's book series, which I have many projects on my list. But a couple of exciting things that are coming up now are a couple of interviews that I have scheduled. I'm going to be speaking with the founders of the first International Jigsaw Puzzle International Convention, which is scheduled to happen next July in Las Vegas. I'll be interviewing those folks this Thursday in a few days. So that's exciting. And because of that, of course, I'm still doing some puzzles. Now, I pretty much told myself I wasn't going to do any new puzzles until I had some significant writing work done. But then I heard about another wooden jigsaw puzzle company. It's called Artifact Puzzles. And I went online and I saw this. Obviously, if you're just listening, you can't see this, but if you're watching the video, it's a really cool wooden jigsaw puzzle, 165 pieces. And the one I got is called Islands of Life. And it just arrived a couple of days ago. I poured out the pieces and I just was hooked immediately. It took me about 2 hours and 10 minutes to put it all together. And it was really fun. It has completely jagged edges, completely irregular edges. Actually, it was probably the last 15 pieces took me longer to figure out where to put them just because it made no sense to me, but it was quite a fun puzzle to do. So I'm having fun with puzzles and looking forward to that convention next summer. And also recently got this book. And for those of you just listening, it's a very large, 80 some odd page, bright yellow book called The SH*T They Never Taught You by Adam Jones and Adam Ashton. They host a podcast called What You Will Learn. And basically they're 2 young blokes who read books and then give a little consolidated review of what they learned from them. And it's a fabulous podcast. They're a lot of fun. I'm interviewing them in early August. So look forward to that. And again, their book, The SH*T They Never Taught You. Am I going to read all 600 and however many, 89 pages between now and August 3rd? Sure. Why not? Anyway, I hope you all have had some time this summer to do something fun. I hope you are remaining vigilant with the ongoing pandemic. And of course, now, you've got the news that Delta variants and other potential variants and people who are not vaccinated getting into some trouble now. So I would highly encourage you to encourage friends who might be uncertain of the vaccine to research it and make an important decision. I know when I think of all the shots we got when we were younger, right? The measles, mumps, rubella, polio, the MMR, and the pee. I think that was like a little liquid they had us drink before going to school when we were youngins. And to think that those types of diseases could come back is very scary. So do your research. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Don't get your information from one source. Please look at multiple sources. Listen to people who are educated and people who are professionals, and make some good decisions, and help your friends make some good decisions too. We want to be able to get back to a normal way of living, whatever normal means for you. And yeah, just do the right thing. So until next time, stay healthy, keep washing your hands, be good, be hopeful, find something to laugh at or smile about every day. That's how we're going to make it through some challenging times. And give yourself a hug, give whoever you can a hug. And again, until next time, thank you for visiting, and bye.